Welcome back, race fans, to another cold day on the Blizzard Tournament. That's right, race fans! We have 3 drivers, mainly because one of them signed up for the tournament, but is a no-show. That's pretty much common for us. Yes. Well, anyway, it's time to introduce the drivers. Up first we have Joe Frostbite of Kidman Speed Shop in the Toyota off-road truck. Up next we have Uncle Elvis of Uncle Elvis Racing, who is also driving a Toyota off-road truck. And finally, it's Wiz of Wizard of Oz Racing in the 3rd Baja Bouncer in this tournament. Alright, here we go. Lap 1 of 8. And we are underway! Close patch between them. Down to the snow. Give that big air! Oh! Big wreck. I think that was Joe Frostbite who took first. Followed by Uncle Elvis, and then Wiz took 3rd. Let's go to the icy replay. It was a good battle between all the vehicles. Well, these 3. One of our other races are no-show. Let's see nearby, and Joe Frostbite will take first. Uncle Elvis will take 2nd. Let's look back here. Uncle Elvis took the jump, so that'll give him an extra point. And of course, we have a tie between Joe Frostbite and Uncle Elvis for 4, and Wiz has 2. Now let's go on to race number 2.
Alright, thank you, Clint. Now, Uncle Elvis is now closer to us. Now remember, we have a best in show, and one of these 3 are going to move on to the final 4. Let's see who's on. Oh, it's spinning around, and Uncle Elvis is going to take this one. Wiz is going to take 2nd. And Joe is stuck by the ramp. Oh, Uncle Elvis looks like he's dangling over the edge.
Alright, fans. Race number 2.
Let's take a look here. Watch Joe Frostbite. He spins around that black Toyota. That's why he didn't get a good jump off the ramp. But Uncle Elvis and Wiz are great jumps. And right here, Uncle Elvis is right there dangling over the edge. But that will give him 500 points to his score. Wiz gets 4 more to his score. They are now up to 9 and 6.
Alright, here we go. Race 3. There's no one closer to us because one of the races were no-show, but anyway, close competition so far. We're firing. Oh! They're crashing. Wait a minute. Elvis stalled. Is Joe gonna... I don't know. It looks like he crossed the line. Yeah, Bob will recover everything on the icy replay. Watch carefully right there. Wiz faces disaster and is crashed out. And that ended his run right there. And now, we gotta focus on who won this race. And it looks like Joe did cross the line. And yes, overview says so otherwise. So that's gonna give Joe 500 points since he took the jump. He is up to 9. He is tied with Uncle Elvis. And so far it's a close competition. Alright, here we go. Race 4, the race before the halftime. As we get underway, it's a close competition between Wiz and Elvis. Joe Frostbite's getting sideways and he crashes out. Wiz will take 1st and Uncle Elvis is going to take 2nd. And Joe is on his wheels, but he's stuck at the snow jump. Look carefully here. Watch closely.
These drivers are not quitting. Watch here. Joe gets sideways, and right here he just barrel rolls and blew his chance to get a snow jump bonus. Well, as we head into the halftime, Uncle Elvis has 12, Wiz has 10, and Joe's gonna need some making up to do. Let's go to the halftime.
Alright, Clint, spill. What's up for halftime? Well, Anissa said she already planned the halftime. She calls it Roxy Race Off. And here we have Roxy right there, with Gray from Sloppy Bay Racing, and Osiwana from Highway 355 Racing. And they are going to race off with Roxy.
Oh, really?
What's the catch? Well, Nisa didn't really tell me why, but she said the prize for the winner who beats Roxy is free hot chocolate. So basically, they have to beat Roxy, and they win free hot chocolate. Each of the drivers have to beat Roxy, yes. And right there, yeah, so look at that, Clint. We already have 2 winners of free hot chocolate. So, what was really the point of that? Well, Bob, I think I'm going to explain it the best way I can as we go into the IC replay. As we see Roxy do a terrible flip. Yeah, that's basically the end of her run. As Ozzy1 and Gray win a hot chocolate. Oh, I think I get it now, Clint. And Nisa doesn't think these guys can beat Roxy. I'm sure some of them can. We'll have this halftime show, just so I can prove Nisa wrong. You can do that, Bolt, but we are out of time for this halftime. It's time we get back to group racing. And this is race 5. Alright, so this is race 5, race fans, and we're back on the way for racing. The close battle here, and big jump from Uncle Elvis as he's gonna take first place, as the other 2 are stuck. It's another really icy replay. Now watch closely on your screen. Joe Frostbite bucks around and he tips over once again. Wiz gets bucked around by Uncle Elvis, as Uncle Elvis has a straight jump. As we update the leaderboard, Uncle Elvis now has 17. I think that's well enough to secure a spot. Hey, you know, Clint, I have a theory that we might have our own version of Bigger Dylan here on the mountains. Oh, really, Bob? I cannot wait to see that. Yeah, well, anyway, I gotta get on to race 6. Going so fast, so good. Good speeding. Big jump from Wiz and Uncle Elvis. Wiz takes first, Uncle Elvis second. And another DNF for Joe Frostbite. That's very unfortunate. With all this ice on the tracks, I think Joe's slipping out too much. Just watch carefully. He hits the bay and he gets to sling around. And he does a bad jump off. Fell on this part. But Wiz and Uncle Elvis did a great run. And they'll get more points to their scores. Wiz has 15. And Uncle Elvis, he'll be moving on for sure. Alright, here we go, the All Critical Race 7. Joe Frostbite still has a chance, but he's going to need Wiz to DNF. They're going down the jump. They're going down, and Wiz gets absolute air, and he'll take first place yet again. This is worth an icy replay. Now watch here. Uncle Elvis and Joe Frostbite get crooked and off, but we gotta see Wiz's jump again. Look at that. Straight jump over the line and attack first yet again. Yes, this is like magical wizard trickery we're seeing here. I would not be surprised if they cast Wiz off for the DRCX. I would love to see that. 2D, 3D, hook us up, let's make it happen. Anyway, here's the scores. Wiz is also firmly established himself. He now has 20. And Joe Frostbite, he is out. Here we are, the final race. Well, this one's basically over to begin with. Yeah, but the crashes have been keeping me entertained. Well, anyway, we are off for the final race. And this one will be nothing more but a consolation. Good speed. They hit the jump. Wiz clears it, and I think Joe took second. Then we're going to go to overhead view in the replay. Well, folks, here's the last IC replay, as we're going to see if Joe actually crossed the line. But first, these jumps are amazing, and you gotta give Wiz credit. He might become the new Big Air Dylan. But first, let's see if Joe actually won. And yes, he claimed second place, but I'll only give him 4 points. And the ones in yellow, Uncle Elvis and Wiz, they are moving on. You've been watching Group 2 of the Blizzard Bash. Let's note the cards, and you'll see semifinal 1 is full. Now we gotta get the second record in 2. And Group 3 will be featuring Scratch Racing, Ages and Motorsports, White Knuckle Motors Ski Jump from Canada, and Sunshine to the Garage. Stay tuned. Don't forget to put your votes for the best in show. That's right, I'm Brent Bennett, he's Bob Motors, and looking forward to seeing you next time.